Hi everybody, and welcome to our frequency meditation. So this is our Wednesday sort of either mini healing or teaching. And so this Wednesday, because we had the Undine come up at the beginning of the week, I felt very drawn to actually doing an Undine frequency meditation, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about what that actually means. What's different between a meditation and a frequency meditation? Why is there any difference between that? And also because the Undine frequency came through, that's kind of just what I got guided to do. It's also interesting that I'm just checking that you can see me, that it's actually, I'm just checking on the Facebook because I'd hate to, yeah, I think that's working. Oh, I think that's working. Yeah, there we go. It's also interesting that I'm just checking that you can see me, that it's actually, I'm just checking on the Facebook. Okay, great. That's great, as long as that's working. I'd hate to do a whole meditation and work with all the energy. You still get it all, but it would be nice for you guys to see it. Hi Carrie, you made it, Corey, fantastic. Okay, so hang on, I need to pull up the names. Okay, there we go, great. So also what I thought was so interesting, that about a month or so ago, I got really drawn, and then there was a set of sort of synchronistic events that came up for me to do my next Crystal Merkaba grid journey at Port Miriam. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have heard of Port Miriam before, but it's a very, very magical village in North Wales. And it's very, very elemental. And interestingly enough, the symbol that they have for this village is the mermaid. And I kind of realized that I was kind of sort of dragging my feet doing it, because every time that it takes a lot of energy and it takes a lot to pull something together like that. So I try to find time in my schedule to be able to do that. But I feel that having this frequency, the Undine, come through like this, and me doing this frequency meditation, I kind of feel it's like a sort of a kind of little shove by the universe to say, come on, Chloe, we really need to get some grid work done over at energetically at Port Miriam. So you will probably see an email or a messenger text come through saying that I will be opening up the opportunity for people to come and join me live for this Crystal Merkaba grid journey, although it's done remotely in this tiny little village. So I'm sure I'll keep you guys posted anyway. So plans are in the next few weeks for that, so we shall see. Fingers crossed I can find space and I can get over myself, get over my personality self, and just get on with it. So let's hope so. Okay, so what is frequency meditation? So the way I like to sort of explain it to people is that we are multi-dimensional beings of light, and we exist on many different levels energetically. Like our physical body is just the very, very tip of the iceberg compared to the rest of us. And pretty much our life, our health, our wellness, who we are, our emotions, how we co-create our life, all of that really is delegated mostly by the stuff that we cannot see. And it's frequency, it's energy, and each one of us has a unique energy signature. But that unique energy signature is not static, it's totally movable and changeable. And the more we can shift our frequency and elevate that frequency, the more we live in the 5th dimension or beyond the 6th or even the 7th dimension. So that's when we're really talking at the higher spiritual realms. And so it's by shifting our frequency that it enables us to connect to and have more contact with those other realms. Now that is a very, very simplified picture, because there's a lot of spiritual technology involved around that, specifically around the Kundalini and the Merkaba. But essentially, if you had to really break it down to its actually pure essence, that's exactly what's happening. So in a way, what we're doing on the ascension process is we are trying to absorb as much light on a continual basis, as much as we possibly can. But it's not as simple as just kind of just saying, okay, connecting into my third eye and I'm absorbing in the light. Because you can only pull in the light in direct correlation to how much you let go. Okay, so you've got to kind of make space within yourself energetically to be able to pull that light in. Otherwise, it just can't hold. So you might get an initial high, but it's not holding. It's a bit like, it's like the spiritual junkies, that do all these sort of workshops, but they're not, so they do one workshop after another, but they're not necessarily really integrating it and holding it. So they just get that high each time, but they're not actually sustaining it. So we have to, each one of us, find a way to enable us to be able to do that. And so what frequency meditation is that meditation has got a frequency behind it. And so whether you're facilitating that yourself or whether there's someone else facilitating that for you, it's a bit like whether you come to have a healing or whether you do the healing for yourself, whether someone's facilitating it for you or whether you're doing it yourself. It means that you're pulling in frequency and energy into your being. And that's really, really important, to be able to consistently do that. So different frequencies do different things. And depending on the ability of the person channeling that frequency for you, and depending on your ability to let go and surrender in the moment, is how much of the magic happens. So I don't know if you can tell, but I'm already going into a state of receptivity as a frequency comes through. I've already it's already been running through me in the last couple of days in the lead up, because it's quite a big group that I'm working with. I mean, for each person that comes in, I have to hold that more and bring through that more. The Undine frequency is a frequency that I really love and relate to. So in one way, it's relatively easy for me to pull this in, but it's a really deep purification frequency. So it really, really pulls up a lot of stuff. So for the last 2 days, I've been going through quite a clearing process, specifically at night. And it's been pulling up a lot in my physical body so that I can do this channeling right now. So you may well have found, because for those of you that have said that you wanted to participate in it and be pulled in to this etheric temple whilst I'm doing it, that you will also have been in preparation. So you may have felt you're a bit more teary, a bit more emotional. You may have felt more stuff going on in your physical body. You may have been pulling up fears around that. We're all different, and it all depends what's going on at the moment in that process. So what I will be doing in this frequency meditation is literally pulling through that Undine frequency. So it comes through the words that I channel. It's like a frequency behind the words. My voice may change slightly, but not loads, because it's such an energy behind it, basically. Now, what I suggest for each one of you is that you will, for those of you that I'm actually calling in, you will absolutely be participating in it energetically, irrespective if you ever listen to this recording. However, it is nice to be able to listen to the recording to do it more consciously, but that's your choice. If you do that, I suggest you create a pure frequency space with sprays, resins, candles, and just relax and let go and just allow the energy to come in. The more you can surrender to the process, the more the magic can happen and the more you're going to be able to absorb. So what may happen, I know when I first started to work with energy in this way, I'd have all sorts of thoughts going on in my head all the time, and that was kind of stopping the absorption process. So the more you can have that empty mind, the better. But obviously, it's like the minute you say, right, don't have any thoughts, the thoughts come in, right? So the way to just deal with that is just let them go. Just any thoughts that come in, just let them go and focus back on my voice. Okay, so I'm going to begin in a moment, but first of all, what I would like to do is I'm going to call in everybody that wanted to be called in. So I'm just going to put the music a little bit louder. Okay, so just asking everyone to close your eyes. Just taking a deep breath. And just taking another deep breath as I read through the people joining us for this frequency meditation. So, calling into this etheric temple of light, Sheila, Mandy, Kari, Deborah, Ali, Emma, Kathy, Caitlin, Cheryl, Sybil, Helen, Marita, Sharon, Melissa, Dee, Joan, Christine, Claire, Nikki, Sarah, Sandra, Deborah, Nicole, Lee, and Holly. Okay. So just closing your eyes and just feeling the energy now build as we all enter into this etheric temple of light. As we gather round, each one connecting in, opening our heart as we bring our minds into our heart chakra. And we're going to connect in today into the Undine frequencies. The Undine exists within the crystallized structure of water. It lives within parallel worlds. Helping to support the crystallization of water and helping to clear and crystallize our own bodies. So just connecting in now as you feel crystallized water all around you. It's an etheric water, crystallized and pure, so light and ethereal. You feel yourself almost swimming in this sea of energy, of crystalline energy. And feel this energy now flowing through you, creating shifts within your physical body as it clears and purifies, clearing distortion that has built up in your physical body and emotions over eons of time. Feeling those distortions now being lifted from your body. Just allowing yourself to let go of any genetic weaknesses, blocks, physical pains, illness. Just allowing that to shift now as it's released into the light through the frequency of the Undine. Feel your physical body getting lighter and lighter as waves of energy flow through you, flowing through the water in your body, remembering that you are over 70% made up of water. And this Undine frequency comes in, creating a profound and in-depth cellular rejuvenation so that you can heal your body and consciousness, creating a purification process deep within your psyche. The Undine works specifically at clearing through the heart and the lungs, the master glands and the lymphatic system. With the hidden healing power of water, it is able to connect into the subconscious mind, clearing deep emotions that have laid dormant in your patterning, so that these can be cleared and released as they come up to the surface, so that you can let them go. It is these suppressed emotions that have been delegating your life, creating restriction, distortions, feelings of stagnation, frustration and anger, keeping you locked in a 3D matrix. As you pull in the Undine frequencies, you're able to connect to these subconscious blocks, pull them up and allow them to be released into the light. Undine heals inner pain and activates the frequency of vibrational sound spectrum around every atom, so that it vibrates at a higher frequency, releasing distortion and lower frequencies. Just feeling that energy flowing through you, crystallizing you and creating more purity in your body and consciousness. And as these distortions are healed, firstly on a soul level, they then filter into your physical body and consciousness, creating shifts of perception, wellness, and a change in your reality. Okay, coming back now, feeling that shift within your body and consciousness as you feel lighter, clearer and more pure. Coming back very gently now and opening your eyes when you're ready. Okay, so just grounding yourself in, just by taking yourself into your EarthStar, grounding into your EarthStar, which is a chakra about 6 inches below your feet. So just anchoring into your EarthStar, coming back into your body, but still holding those shifts that you felt in this meditation. Okay. making sure you're fully grounded and back in your body. Okay, so I'd love to know how you get on with that. It's always interesting for me to get feedback in terms of anything you felt during the meditation. If you felt any shifts in your body. I imagine that what may well happen for some of you is that you will now go through a bit of another purification as it fully releases. So you may feel a little bit more physical stuff come up or emotional stuff up. The key thing is just keep on pulling through the light and letting it go. Violet flaming white light, just running energy through you so that you don't recode that heaviness and that distortion back into your physical body. Do you see what I mean? You've now got to do that integration process to allow it to really anchor in and sustain itself at that new level. So I'd love to hear experiences during the meditation, before and afterwards, just to see how everyone's going. And if you've got any questions, you can always put them in the comment box below. And I look forward to connecting with you all soon. Take care. Bye.